All right. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for being here on a Saturday night, which is very unusual that we are doing these on a Saturday night. But when the people want them, then we're going to do them. So my name is Brittany, and I have been here at Q Sciences for a little over 2 months now. It's been such a wild ride and beyond what I could have ever asked for or imagined or prayed for. I'm so excited to share it all with you guys. But I have been married for 10 years. I have two beautiful daughters. My youngest is 4. My oldest is 7. And well, my youngest will be 4 on Christmas Eve, and my oldest is 7. And yes, I just said it a minute ago, but we just moved from California to Nashville. Biggest, like a huge life change. I mean, but it's 2020, so nothing is surprising. And we're loving it. It's been really exciting. So I, just like a lot of you, never thought that I would do anything involving network marketing. Like, absolutely not. Count me out. Like, no way. And I'm sure a lot of you feel that or have felt that before. And so it was when my youngest was born. Yeah, Tia agrees. When my youngest was born, I felt like crap and I was exhausted and I had brain fog and like all the things. And I just, like most moms, just felt like that's just how it's going to be. And so my sister-in-law, she was like, okay, Britt, I have some products that will probably help you. And I was like, okay, I'll try them. And she was like, okay, well, you just have to sign up wholesale and it'll get you the best price. And I was like, oh, okay, so I'm signing up for a network marketing company. Okay, well, I'm going to try these and I'm going to prove you wrong and I'm never going to tell anybody about them. And so I signed up, got them, swore I would never say anything. And y'all, they worked. And I loved them and they really, really helped me. And so then I kind of just felt like, well, if I don't share about this, then that's kind of being selfish because I could probably help someone too. So I shared about them and people cared what I said. And my first paycheck was $600. And that first month was when my belief in network marketing and how these businesses work was born. From there, I just continued to grow what I call kind of an accidental business. I never meant to start a business. I just shared something that I cared about, but I knew that it worked. So I ended up growing a big team and I was pretty successful there. I hit one of the top ranks and went like to Hawaii for free. It was awesome and all those things. But I started to kind of hit a wall and find some holes in the comp plan and some frustrations because I was growing and I was really successful, but nothing I could do, I couldn't help my team be successful. And so they're watching me have all of this success, but they're not getting anywhere. And I kind of just started to feel like, in good conscience, I couldn't just tell them, just keep going. You're going to get there. You're going to do it, when I truly didn't know if they would. I just didn't. So I started to kind of pump the brakes on that business. And I just felt like that was great, but it's just not for me anymore. It was frustrating. So I kind of took a step back. I never thought that I would do this again. But then when I was in that company, I had a sideline friend and her name is Francesca. And I watched her have the same frustrations that I did. And instead of backing off and kind of stopping, she decided to find something else. So she did a bunch of research and she found Q Sciences. And she did, like I said, so much research. It checked all of her boxes. This is ground floor. They have the most amazing comp plan she's ever seen, incredible products, like next level leadership, simple, duplicatable systems of training that work. It had all of the things that she was looking for. So she made the jump and she started completely over here. And I watched her do it. And I remember thinking, like, you are kind of crazy. Like, what is happening? Like, it wasn't a thing to like switch companies. So she was on my radar and I knew that I was just going to watch her and see what happened. And that was 19 months ago when she did that. So when she first came over, I was watching and I watched her have some fast success. And I was like, hey, that's cool. That's cool. And then I saw her have more success. And then I saw her team start to have a lot of success. And that was one of her same frustrations that I had, was that our team wasn't winning. So I saw all those things. So then I would say about 7 months ago, I went to my husband and I was like, Nick, look what Fran is doing over here in this other company. Like, I think I should do this. And he was like, yeah, Britt, you should do this. But I didn't do it. I let a lot of different fears hold me back, that we could talk about later if you want to chat. But I was scared. I was scared to start over. I was scared to be seen at the bottom. I was scared of what if this doesn't work for me? All of those things. So I didn't do it. I let all my fears hold me back for even longer. So then fast forward to September of this year, I was scrolling through Facebook and I came across a graphic, like a rank up graphic for Fran. And it said that she had hit this new rank of blue diamond. And you don't have to know much about a comp plan to know that if the word diamond is on it, it's probably a really big deal. So I kept reading on that graphic and it said that her new base pay was $90,000 a month. And at that point, I was like, okay, Britt, like pep talk, it's time to snap out of it and it's time to ask questions. Like at this point, with this, at least this little bit of information that you know, if you don't ask questions, like that's almost a little bit foolish, right? So the next day I messaged her and I said, Fran, I'm not making you any promises, but I need you to tell me everything. Like, what's going on over here? So we got on a Zoom that day and she told me everything. And after that call, y'all, I could not like unhear what she told me. I couldn't unsee what I saw in this comp plan. I was like shook and I couldn't go on with my life with this new information like I didn't know it. Like I knew I had to act on it. So I was like, okay, I'm all in. Like I can't not basically. So I went all in and I didn't know anything, right? I didn't know much. I didn't know how anything worked, but I knew I was confident in what I had in my hands. And I knew that I was really freaking excited about it. So I spent my first week just voice messaging everybody that I met or everyone that I knew would kill it here. All of the things. And I was just like, y'all, I don't know. I'm doing this. Come do it with me. And because they could hear the excitement in my voice, they're like, okay, yes, what are we doing? What am I signing up for? And we just grew this really massive team really quickly. We've changed a lot of lives already. And I know that it's so easy to say, well, I don't have the time. Like I have little kids and I have all of this other Christmas stuff going on or whatever. And I get it. I'm a busy mom too. I have 2 kids. I started this business when we were packing for this cross country move. So talk about bad timing. But I knew that I couldn't go one more day not doing it. And I knew that my family needed this income and I knew what was possible. There's another sweet mama on my team. You guys, she has 10 kids. The youngest is 18 months. So if anyone tells me they're busy, I'm like, it's not a priority, which is fine. If it's not a priority and it's not for you, that is great. But if this is something you want to do, we can totally make it a priority. So that's kind of what has happened. I've been here for a little bit over 2 months now. I promoted 7 times in my first 7 weeks. I hit the level of having a 6-figure income, which you guys is so life-changing for my family. I can't even tell you. And aside from that, which is obviously exciting, but my team, we had, I believe it was like 233 promotions last month. And for someone who was so frustrated in my last business of not being able to have my team win, like they're winning with me. And it is like the most exciting thing for me. Our corporate rank ups came through my email yesterday, I think, and I was reading through them and like half of them are on my team. I'm just like, I'm so freaking proud. So it's been really exciting and people are winning and I'm winning and it's been awesome. So all the things I'm going to tell you, if you decide to do this, I want you to know all of these facts that I'm going to spew is just because I've learned them over the last 2 months of being on so many of these calls, but you don't have to know all of these things, but I'm going to give you the information that I do know. So the company is called Q Sciences and it was started in 2012, which I know 2012 does not sound like ground floor, but I will tell you why. Started in 2012 by a man named Mark Wilson, and Mark was a pro NFL player in the 80s. He played for the Raiders. He won 2 Super Bowls with them, and then he also played for the Patriots. And super successful. He retired from football, went on to do real estate, was really successful there. Finally thought he retired for good, but then got really bored just being on the golf course every day. So he was like, okay, I need to do something and I want it to impact people's health and their finances. So he teamed up with a man named Dr. Stephen Kimberly, who was the editor-in-chief of WebMD at the time. I think he was there for about 15 years. So they got together and they're like, okay, we're going to do this thing called Q Sciences. And they got the rights to this vitamin that is now called QMax. I'm not sure what it used to be called. Amy, if you know what it was called, put it in the chat because you probably know. I just don't know. And QMax has been around for like almost 30 years. It's this crazy, amazing vitamin. One thing we recently just learned actually is that I think the reason that Mark Wilson wanted to do a business with this vitamin was because it helped his granddaughter with her autism. And so it truly changed her life. So he has Q96 and QMax. Okay. So it truly changed his granddaughter's life. And so he obviously got really passionate about it because it affected his personal family. So really quick, while I'm talking about it, the QMax is a micronutrient supplement. It fills in all of the gaps. It breaks through that brain wall barrier, pulls out the heavy metals. Again, I don't think I don't know that I'm supposed to talk about this, but it's a really cool fact that back in the day, they had like 33 clinical trials done on it. So places like Harvard and Johns Hopkins. And I know that these studies are kind of outdated now, but I just want you to know how cool this vitamin is. They have done their own studies on it, and it's been proven to help with things like ADD, ADHD, OCD, autism, bipolar, traumatic brain injury, anxiety, depression, like all the things. Like it's a very powerful supplement. So that was one of their main first products that they ran with, and they had probably a couple others, I don't know, but their sales were awesome because these products were changing people's lives. The problem was between 2012 and 2017, they did not grow as a company, right? So they had only 700 ambassadors worldwide, which is not very good as far as like growing growing as a company. I don't know how else to say it, but it was not very good numbers, even though their sales were good. And so in 2017, they brought in a man named Jake Spencer, who was a professional network marketer. He made millions of dollars in the industry. He grew teams of tens of thousands, was super successful, was able to retire his family in his early 30s. And they brought him in and they wanted him to help them. They're like, hey, can you help us kind of, up our numbers and grow the company? And he's like, yeah, I can help. So basically he told them, you need new branding. Your branding's not great. You need more products. So now we have our full hemp line and our non-hemp nutraceutical line. And he was like, you need a new comp plan. Your comp plan sucks. So our new comp plan, the comp plan we have now, Jake Spencer wrote himself. It is brilliant. Literally the best compensation plan I've ever seen. If you find better, let me know, but this is the best. And it just is mind blowing. So he kind of came in and did this whole makeover on Q. And then after he was like, I think I want to be a part of this. So now he is the president and co-owner with Mark Wilson of Q. And you guys, I say this every time I do a call like this, but I love being from another company. It has shown me all the things I love about this company. And I love being a part of a company led by someone like him who has been in our shoes, right? Like he is the co-owner. So he obviously has the company's best interest in mind. But I also love that he's been in our shoes. So he knows what we need to be successful. And you can see that in so many of the decisions that he makes. It just makes you feel like you're in really good hands. And that's just how I feel. I feel like I am just very well taken care of and thought of here. So since they relaunched in 2018, which is why we can say we are ground floor, because we basically relaunched as a new company, we have had over 700% growth, which is amazing. We are in 18 countries. We're pre-launching Mexico and Malaysia. And we are set to what do they say, quadruple in 2021. So it's pretty wild. We are like exploding right now. So basically when there's a new company, there is a period of time in the beginning where it's like too ground floor and you don't want to get in. It's like, that's just like too soon. That was the period between 2012 and 2017. Right now, you guys, this is the part where you want to get your foot in the door. This is when you set you and your family's life, like the rest of your life up for that legacy wealth, like getting your foot in the door now. And on top of all of these like statistics, the hemp industry alone is set to be a multi-billion-dollar industry in the next 5 years. So it's like an explosion of things that you don't want to miss out on, basically. I love to compare it to like Apple stock in the 80s. Like if you could go back to the 80s and like get a piece of that, imagine what your bank account would look like. Like it would be good. Another thing that I feel like when I talk to people is I feel like I have like literal gold in my hands. And I'm like, do you want a piece of this? Because I found it. Like I struck gold and I want to share it with you if you want it. But if not, that's fine. But if you want it, like take a piece of this. Anyways, you can tell that I'm really passionate and excited about all of this because it's changed my life already. So that's kind of like how the company got to be where we are today. Since the relaunch, again, we've had over 700% growth. And since COVID has hit this year, we have had like record breaking month after record breaking month after record breaking month. It hasn't slowed anything down at all. I think it was from August to September, we had 143% growth alone just from those months. Like it's wild. It's been so exciting. And I just feel so happy. I know that I dragged my feet for a long time to get here, but I am so thankful that I am finally here. So that's a little bit about like the company. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about the products. Not a whole lot because so a lot of times I don't talk about the products and people will ask me like, okay, well, do the products suck? And I'm like, no, like they're amazing. I'm just more excited about this business opportunity if I'm being totally honest. And in my last company, I joined for the products and then accidentally fell in love. Like I fell in love with them and then accidentally started a business. Coming here, I came here for this business opportunity and then accidentally completely fell in love with the products. And that is what a lot of people on my team are finding too. They came here because the business opportunity was undeniable and now they're like obsessed with these products. So it's kind of been a total win-win. Anyways, so we have our hemp line. And our hemp line, we have our full spectrum hemp, which is amazing. I don't know if you guys are familiar with hemp, but it's kind of like magic in a bottle. If you do some research, you'll quickly learn just what it's used for. And the answer is pretty much everything and anything. I have dealt with a lot of anxiety in my life. It's probably my biggest stressor and issue that I have. And I have been on medication in the past, which is helpful. But like most of you, I mean, if you're on here, you're probably a little bit more holistic minded. And I just didn't want to live on medication. So hemp is the only natural way that I have been able to get my anxiety under control. So that has been a complete game changer for me. So we have our full spectrum hemp. It is so much more effective than any other hemp out there. It has a patented bioabsorb technology that makes it water soluble. So you absorb at least 85% of it and you feel it within 15 minutes. I know that the oils that I have had at home before this one, like y'all, it would take like 90 minutes to feel it. And it was not effective, which basically means that I was wasting my money. So I don't want to waste anyone's time and I don't want to waste anybody's money. So our full spectrum hemp is amazing. The full spectrum part means that we use the whole plant, not just one part of the plant. If you have a CBD at home, that's just one small part of the plant. So you're not getting all of the medicinal properties that you could be getting. So that's that. I love it. It's amazing. But another cool product that I'm now obsessed with is we have CBD water. So it's more than just CBD. So they're actually like hemp water enhancers. Yep, Tia's holding them up. They are incredible. Have you guys heard of that? Have you ever heard of like hemp water enhancers? So they come in these cute little packets and you open it up and you put it in your water, you shake it up, and it helps with like calming and anxiety and hydration and cravings, and it's delicious. And they're actually really sweet, and I don't love sweet. So I just add it to a ton of water, and then it helps me drink a ton more water. So I love them. Like they are so effective. They actually last week just released a brand new formula for them. So they are 4 times more effective in their purposes. And I didn't taste the old ones, but these ones apparently have a better taste too. They're delicious. So that's called Twist. It's super cool. And then on the hemp line, we also have hemp creams. So like micro infused creams with hemp in them. There's one for like muscle recovery that has like an icy hot feel to it. And there's one for like chronic pain. And then we also have roll-ons that have essential oils in them. You can use it for like migraines or spot like pain, like spot, I don't know, treating, what am I trying to say? I don't know. When you're trying to treat pain on the spot, you can roll it on there and it helps. That's kind of an overview of the hemp line. So then the non-hemp nutraceutical line has the Q Max vitamin that I told y'all about. It's incredible. It breaks through that brain wall barrier, has all of the micronutrients you need fills in all the gaps of your diet. And that supplement is also included in our, like my favorite combo called the Q Core. And the Q Core has 3 products. It has the Q Max, it has Align for inflammation. And you guys, I don't know how much you know about like a natural anti-inflammatory, but when you address inflammation in your body, it's like headaches and aches and pains and joints and all of those things, but it's also inflammation at the cellular level. So before I would take an anti-inflammatory, my face was so puffy that I probably looked like 5 to 10 pounds heavier than I am. Like it would swallow my eyes and it would just be like, look, I don't know, just puffy. And so like you guys, your clothes are going to fit better when you don't have inflammation in your body, because it is very possible for your cells to be inflamed. So I love this because it addresses all inflammation in your body. And then it also has our probiotic. So our probiotic is awesome. It has prebiotics, digestive enzymes, and a gentle cleanse. So these 3 products make up the Q Core, and they don't come in pill bottles, so you're not dealing with bottles of any kind. They come in these individual little packets. So you open up the packet in the morning, you take what's in it, super easy and convenient. And then the same thing at night, you take what's in the night one, and then you're done. It's awesome. The next product that I want to talk about is called Vitalize. So I think it is so much more common than we realize for people to have hormone issues. So this product called Vitalize is all about addressing your hormones. It has adaptogenic herbs, which means that it meets your body where it's at. So we have one for men, one for women. So we'll talk about the women's one real quick. So let's say that like you or your mom or your grandma like are dealing with menopause and hot flashes and everything that comes like hormone related with those things. This product is going to meet your specific body where it's at and address those issues. If you're younger and you have cycle issues or hormonal acne or hormonal anxiety or mood swings or anything hormone related, it's going to meet your body where it's at because of the adaptogenic herbs in it. And so the women's Vitalize is going to focus more on estrogen. The men's will focus more on testosterone. But if you're a woman and you know that you have too much estrogen, take the men's. Like the women, like you can switch them based on knowing what your body needs. Same for men. If they need more estrogen, I mean, I don't know how it works. I'm not a scientist or a doctor, but I just know that you can take both depending on what you need. It's a really cool supplement. You will feel a difference. And I know I've heard a few people who, when it was their time of the month, they were like, I had no idea it was coming because I felt so good. So I love that product because hormones can be terrible. Okay. The other really cool product that we have that is not something that I've heard of anywhere else, once again, is called Armor. And Armor is medicinal mushrooms. So no, it is not shrooms. You will not hallucinate. And Tia's my product girl. She's holding them up for you. It's beautiful packaging. I love the packaging. It's so beautiful. So they're adaptogenic herbs as well. It's so good for immunity and immune health. They meet your body where it's at. And so a product like this is actually very commonly used in cancer patients because they have to be so careful of their immunity. So like I said, they don't taste like mushrooms. They're adaptogenic herbs, meet your body where it's at again. It's a chai flavor. And so I don't know about you guys, but I love chai. So you can just take a scoop of it and you put it in like your coffee, or I know my friend Jenna puts it in like warm almond milk. You can put it in shakes or you can bake with it, whatever you want to do, but it is so good. I love it so much. And then we have like energy drinks, we have a weight loss supplement, we have shakes, we have a drink for focus that has chia seeds in it. If you don't mind that texture, I don't like that texture, but I know Tia loves it. But there's a lot that you can look into and ask whoever invited you. But the last product I want to talk about are our vitamin sprays, because it's another thing, again, that you guys is super unique to this company. So for people who don't love to take like pills or swallow pills, this is another convenient way to get some nutrients and different supplements into their body. So the fastest way to get to have your body metabolize a vitamin or whatever is through an IV, but we usually don't have IVs at home. So sublingual delivery is the second fastest way. So when you take one of these sprays and you spray it under your tongue, that is sublingual delivery, and it gets into your system so fast. So we have 6 sprays. We have a vitamin C with zinc, a vitamin D3, a methylated vitamin B12. Tia's holding all of them up for you if you guys can't see her. A boost spray for metabolism and blood sugar, a relief spray for pain and inflammation, and then our #1 best-selling product company-wide is the sleep spray. So you guys, if you have trouble sleeping, you can spray this spray in your mouth. It's going to knock you out. It's going to keep you asleep. Oh yeah, Emily's holding up the sleep spray. Knock you out, keep you asleep. You're going to wake up refreshed, not groggy. And if you have kids that won't sleep, you can even give it to your kids. So like all the moms swear by it. I ordered it like the other day, and so I cannot wait for it to get here. I usually don't have a problem sleeping, but there's just been so many changes lately that my mind is racing, and so I can't sleep. So anyways, I'm so excited for mine to come. But that's kind of like a very rough and exciting overview over the products. And so now that you know where the company came from and how cool these products are, it makes sharing this business like that much better, because you know that what you're representing is like the best. So we have a comp plan video. Before I forget, I'm just going to put it in the chat because I want you guys to watch this. It's going to explain the comp plan and how amazing it is, better than I could do it right now. But I am going to go over a few highlights of it that really set it apart from other comp plans out there. So the first thing is, yes, you can just, okay, well, first of all, if you don't want to do a business, if you guys are on here just about the products, you don't have to do the business. You can be a preferred customer. It's $10 a year, and you're going to get the same discount as if you were an ambassador, and you're going to love the products and feel amazing. But if you do want a business opportunity, you can sign up. It's $39.95. And you get to pick whatever products that you want to start with. It just has to equal 100 PV to make you qualified for a paycheck, which is really easy to get because you're going to want to try everything. So the first way that you can make money is just by a customer commission. You can share the products and you can earn a customer commission that way. But the way to earn like a lot of the big bonuses and stuff is by sharing this business and growing a team and finding people to run in this with you. So a couple cool highlights of that is, in order to unlock the comp plan to start to rank up, you only need 2 people. You need 2 people who want to do the business with you to start. And that is not me telling you that you only ever should get 2 people, but you only ever have to have 2 people. The more people you get, the faster you're going to grow. Another cool thing is, if you have ever looked at any other comp plan before, how most of them work is that you make a certain amount on the people right under you. And then the lower you get, it gets less and less and less. And then finally you make nothing from like there on out. Like it just is, there's kind of like a cutoff, right? So in our comp plan, we get paid infinite levels deep forever and ever and ever and ever. And I have never heard of that. The value never decreases. It never goes away. Infinite levels, like mind blown. It's incredible. Another really cool thing is, I know that in my last company, when you were to look at the different like promotion levels, they would have average numbers of what each one makes. And so you would look at that and you'd be like, okay, I want to be that rank because it says that I will make around $4,500, right? So then you would work your booty off to get to that level because you're thinking you're going to make $4,500, but it's an average that's outdated and your check is nowhere close to that. So here, if you look at our comp plan, whatever rank you look at, it will tell you exactly what your check is going to be, and you're not going to make a penny less than that. So for example, I told you that this business has totally changed my life in a very short period of time. So last month I promoted and hit gold. And at gold, it says that my base pay is $8,000. So as soon as I hit gold, I knew that my check this month wasn't going to be a penny less than $8,000. And you guys, that changed my family's life. I got it in my account yesterday and I cried. So it's real, and it's not a guess. It's an actual set number that you know you're gonna get. You can count on it. You can plan out your bills, and it's there. Another really, really cool thing about this comp plan is that and this was one of the things that I was telling you, that I love the fact that Jake Spencer has been in the field before and he knows what people in our position need. So because of his history in network marketing, he has seen people come into this business and get a bunch of money and then blow a bunch of money. And he'll say, I've met a bunch of rich people, but I have not met a bunch of wealthy people. And so we have a financial freedom movement because it is their heart that everyone who comes in here becomes financially free and literally changes their family's finances for the better. So the second you sign up and the second you pay that $39.95 to be an ambassador, you now have access to free financial coaching. So you just have to email them and they will hook you up with one of our financial advisors. They will comb through your finances, answer any questions you have, give you advice, whatever you need. Like that is what you have access to, which is really freaking cool. And then at the fourth rank of elite, they start to pay down your debt. Like if you have a credit card payment that you want them to pay, they'll pay it. If you are blessed not to have debt, you are very blessed, and they will put it towards like your mortgage or a retirement fund or something like that. So at Elite, it's $100. And then as you continue to promote, the number gets higher. So for me, on top of my paycheck and all of that, they are going to be paying $400 towards my debt, which again is so life-changing and so wonderful. It's going to wipe out my credit cards so fast. So it's just a really cool, unique thing. You know, like I said, a lot of companies have like a car program. And in my last company, we had a car program and I earned that free car, but it was not very sustainable. And now I pay $700 a month for that car. That was not very free. And it was the worst financial decision that we ever made. And that is one thing that Jake has seen people do and make that mistake of, is getting into car programs and just not making wise decisions in that way. So we don't do that here. We help people really be smart with their money. That's kind of all I have. If you have more questions, or if you're like, heck yeah, I've heard enough, sign me up, just get with whoever invited you. And like I said, the really cool thing about this company is you might feel like, okay, I want to do this, but like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what my next steps are. We have company-wide systems of duplication and training. And so you're not going to sign up and then just be left to figure it out on your own. You are going to have more layers of support than you even know what to do with. And and you're not going to be lost. So just get with whoever invited you. They will hook you up. They'll tell you what you need to do. Any of y'all can message me anytime. I am here. So yes, I'm excited. I hope that you guys got the information you need. And I never know how to wrap these up. They feel really awkward, but I'm so happy that you spent your Saturday night with me. And I hope you guys have the great rest of your weekend. Good night, y'all.